Good morning, everybody. JohnnyJans here, and I'm coming from the wilds of Africa today. Not really, but close. I am at Busch Gardens Tampa, and this is pretty exciting. It's been a long time since I've been to Busch Gardens, and they have a lot of new roller coasters to check out, including the big, the bad IRON GWAZI. My first time on it. I'm a little nervous, but I'm excited. Today's gonna be a good day, so I invite you, let's get wild, let's get nuts, and let's go do some meandering around. Alrighty, I've entered the gates through the extremely long lines, but I am here once again. Busch Gardens Tampa. If you didn't know, this place is a zoo too. Lots of fun animals and roller coasters all blended in. We're gonna head over to the big bad GWAZI, IRON GWAZI, but you can see it looming just over the trees right there. It's actually down right now. They're having a power outage. So I guess I'm not going there first. So what we're gonna do is probably head over to the right side of the park and head towards Cheetah Hunt, as it's probably the next most popular coaster. There it is. Right on the skyline, Cheetah Hunt launch coaster, American alligators. And they are large and missing a foot. What a shame. It's always good to get here in the morning for Busch Gardens because the animals are just so active. Look at that beauty. I love cheetahs. They're one of my favorite animals. It's running, oh my gosh. Because you can see animals on the move. Very nice. I told you we had to see the cheetah run.
An amazing job by Chi!
Yay!
Oh, she's so cute.
So Chi did an excellent job at the run. She ran as fast as she could, and she just caught her feather lure. So we never have our cheetahs chase after any live prey here at the park. What they're chasing after is just a bundle of feathers. So she took it to a nice spot to lay down to kind of catch her breath. So at this point, Chi is going to hang out with those feathers for as long as she wants to. She worked really hard to catch that feather lure right now. So he took the bundle of feathers off of the green string, and we're gonna see if she can take that feather lure and place it into the bottom of the bucket. So he's gonna toss it on the ground, and we'll see what she does here. Right now she's just thinking about it. So he's gonna ask if she'll pick up that feather lure. I mentioned that cheetahs don't have the best vision right up close. They're more geared towards far away vision. So I don't think she quite saw it right there. So now she got her feather lure. She picked it up.
Aww.
And now she did an excellent job. So we're working towards her placing it at the bottom of the bucket.
I feel like I could sit and stare at the cheetahs all day. That is definitely one animal I do not get sick of. But I have to keep moving because we gotta get some of these rides in while it's early. Cheetah Hunt, 0-minute wait. Here we go. All right, there it is. The Cheetah Hunt multi-launch coaster. Experience the speed of a cheetah. One of my favorite roller coasters because you really enjoy it. It's not that intense, gives you a second to look around. I saw gazelles from the top, that was pretty cool. A lot of twists and turns, and you can't beat the fun launch experience. Definitely, especially for the kids, a good coaster to start at. All right, folks, the time has come, the moment I've been waiting for a good almost 4 years now for, is going to ride IRON GWAZI. My first RMC roller coaster, and it looks very intimidating. Crazy. I've ridden it when it is the old GWAZI. It was a wooden coaster, it was a dueling wooden coaster for so many years here at Busch Gardens. Kind of beat you up, and then it closed, and then it sat dormant for a long time. But then in 2018, they had an idea, and the company RMC, who takes old wooden roller coasters and makes them awesome, decided to give GWAZI what we call the RMC treatment, and they created the monstrosity that is IRON GWAZI. See the logo for IRON GWAZI coming up right there. It used to be an animal with the head of a lion and a tiger, and it was a dueling wooden coaster, but now they changed the mythology. And look at that. They're going up on that lift hill. That'll be us soon. All the way to the top. Look how slow it goes too. It's like an old-fashioned 200-foot wooden roller coaster right there. That is something in all its glory. Again, beyond 90-degree vertical drop at the top and a wild, gatorific ride all the way through. Look at the station. It has the old Gwazi station, the thatch work. Here, we're in Gwazi Park right now. There's the coaster as it's gonna crest the left hill. Just like that. Wait for it to drop. And then there it goes. My God. I don't know if I'm really truly ready for this. I don't know if one can be really truly ready for this, but I guess I'm ready for it. Catch you on the other side, folks. This is gonna be nuts. Structure. What an epic structure this is. The wood from the original Gwazi is still here, which is kind of cool that they just expanded on it as I make my way through the station right now. This little guy is riding too, wow. Talk about being brave here. Taking a step to meander around. Legendary. I'm really glad I'm wearing my Top Gun shirt right now because I'm going to channel my inner Tom Cruise for this. It's about to get extreme. 200 feet, 90-degree beyond vertical drop, 3 inversions, the death roll. So when you hear the words go for launch, you might want to hang on. Entering in row number 10. That means you're almost in the back row. There's no brakes in the back row. Just gravity and physics. This is about to defy gravity. Look at the train. Looking all purple and green and cool. Pretty awesome. And there's the topper track that RMC puts on top of their wooden coasters. That steel topper track that makes it all possible right there. That's pretty cool. Iron Gwazi complete. Let me just say, oh my gosh. That ride is crazy. My first RMC, I could see the hype. The hype is real about those RMCs being so intense. The moment you get up to the lift hill, you just slow down, and then when you go over and down, it does not let up. Full speed machine. I don't even know what happened. I remember the death roll. I remember the stall, the side banking turn where it feels like it's gonna toss you off the coaster. Talk about positive and negative G's. You are flying out of your seat and then slam back in your seat, but it's so smooth. You would think, you look at a wooden coaster, it's gonna be all rickety. There's a lot of sharp turns and quick transitions, but it is so smooth. It felt like I was just riding on glass with no brakes. I wanted to go faster. That's how much I enjoyed it. But I was laughing all the way to the bank on that ride. I don't even know what happened. That ride was so nuts, but it is definitely a fun one. You gotta come to Busch Gardens and do that. Look at this brave kid over here. JohnnyJans walked on Iron Gwazi like a champ. And did you love it? Yeah, you did. That was nuts. Did you get nuts? What was your favorite part?
The straight down.
The straight down? Mine too. Talk about straight down. We went down to the ground without stopping. That was an incredible rush. Right now, taking a minute to go on the walkabout way here, we can actually see kangaroos and wallabies. And if you're lucky, they'll come right up to you. You can pretty much almost touch them. Or you could, maybe if they let you. You can feed them. But it is pretty cool. Again, it's the afternoon nap time, so most of the animals are just chilling. I can't blame them for that. It's hot out. They don't have Iron Gwazi to ride to cool them off. So they're just gonna lay in the dirt.
Oh, this is an ornate fox turtle. Yeah, so this is a species that can kind of close up the bottom of their shell like a box. It's not a feature of all turtles and tortoises though.
I learned about a turtle. That was super cool. Welcome to the furthest area of the park on the other side now. This is Stanleyville. home of that red track in front of me. It's called SheiKra, the 200-foot dive coaster here. Pretty awesome. Get a lot of good hang time there. Also has a splash section. If you want to get wet, you'd walk over here and SheiKra will splash you as you come by. And they have a new addition off in the horizon. They got Tigress, which is a Premier Skyrocket 2 model swing launch roller coaster. And that's one of their new additions here. But I've always liked SheiKra, especially the second drop here, how it goes over the edge to this building. I feel like you get a little better on the second drop. But of course, the first one, you do a hang time. But we are in the splash zone. We're gonna maybe see SheiKra come right through here. It comes blasting around the curve. It's a nice spectacle. Also a good home to a smokehouse here, Stanleyville Smokehouse. I'm on the meal plan, so I'll probably grab that. I can hear SheiKra going up right now, so we'll take a look at it as it goes off its second drop. SheiKra used to have a floor, but now it's actually floorless. And here it comes on the second drop. Again, I like that one better. It just feels more steeper. There's no pause. Right into the building. And then you get that epic shot of it coming around and coming down for the splash zone here. Nice. Look at that wave of water. That's SheiKra. It's really fun. So we're gonna take a ride on Tigress right now. Skyrocket 2. Swing launch. You get that momentum to get up and over. You do that heartline roll at the top, and then you go back down again. Pretty fun. And then one more loop. I just got off a Tigress over here. It was a pretty intense ride. I didn't expect how fast it was actually going to be. It was fun doing the swing launches back and forth. I would say IRON GWAZI was better. I actually think this is probably a little scarier than IRON GWAZI because it's just so fast. I didn't even know what was going to happen next. It's a quick one, but it was a fun one. Glad I did it. Took a long time, but glad I do. I wouldn't do it again right now, but at least I got to experience it once what a Skyrocket 2 feels like. Notice after watching Tigress, it does go down a lot. And it takes a lot of time between launches. I don't know if that's operational or what. And also, I didn't know, but this is Florida's largest launch coaster, is Tigress here. So that was kind of neat. I'll tell you a story about this log flume. I was at Busch Gardens Williamsburg when I was a kid. They have another log flume very similar to the Stanley Falls one. So I go on it. I'm really scared of rides. I've always been scared of rides. My cousins, they talked me to go on the ride. I was so scared, I kid you not. I wanted to get out of that ride any means necessary. My aunt held me in for dear life. And I thought it was the scariest log flume I've ever seen in the world. Now, you know, I get older and things aren't always as they seem. When you look at it, it's actually not that big at all. It's kind of funny because there's much bigger log flumes and there's much bigger flume rides. But yeah, I was terrified of the Stanley Falls log flume. I think it was called La Scoot at the Williamsburg Park. So right now I'm in Pantopia and I'm about to experience the plunge and the fury of Falcon's Fury. 300 feet straight up in the air, turns you face down as you come racing back towards the pavement. Here it comes. Wow. So fun. Over here in Pantopia, here's the newest roller coaster, a kid's inverted one, actually by Vekoma. It is Phoenix Rising, and it's a good step up if you want your kid to get used to roller coasters, especially if they don't want to ride Montu. It's just a smaller version of Montu. These family inverted are becoming very popular in parks right now. And there we go. But right now it's a 60-minute wait. We've done some big bad stuff today. I don't think I'm gonna wait for Phoenix Rising. And I did the awesome Colossus Tower over there of Falcon's Fury. And then, one more thing before I leave. Look at this. We have remnants of the past. We've got Scorpion. As the sun's shining, there it is, the Scorpion Still standing, but not operating. One of their oldest coasters that they had. I got to ride it quite a few times back in the day. It's a good looper, but no more. Well, so one day this will come down, and I'm sure they'll put some other attraction in here. So here I found it, the Serengeti Swing, but unfortunately it is closed today. Serengeti Flyer. That stinks. What a bummer. They are working to get this ride open as quickly as possible, so the sign tells me. But I don't think it's going to be that quick today. And this is the largest swinging in the world. One of the largest swingers. And you could fly over the Serengeti, but I don't think it's going to happen. I can take this pathway on the side of the exit. It looks like they got a nice little viewing area set up where you could watch everybody swing. And it doesn't go upside down, but it goes pretty high. It's a big swing. But there we go. And that is Serengeti Flyer. Again, not operational. Maybe next time. Hey, look in the background. You can see the Falcon's Fury. That's where I was, all the way up there at the top. I think I could see my house from here in Orlando when I was up there. And it feels like you're up there forever before they finally drop you, I'll tell you that. Very fun. Nice. Let's just watch that fall for a second. There it goes. Yeah. Well, there it is, folks. As my day here at Busch Gardens comes to a close, I had a wild time today. I have missed this park, and I feel like I really got to experience as much as I possibly could in the time that I had. I got to do all the great coasters. I got to do Cheetah Hunt. I got to do Shikra. I got to do IRON GWAZI. Wow, been on the bucket list for a while there. Finally got to do it. That was intense. That was quite the experience. What a wonderful RMC that was. Also did Tigress. That was nuts. So a lot of roller coaster fun. Got to see some fun animals today. It was just really nice being here at Busch Gardens, away from Orlando. It kind of feels like more of a vacation to come out here to Tampa and just really enjoy it. But that's going to do it for me. Thanks for watching, everybody. If you haven't done so, please click that like button, hit the subscribe. It makes myself and YouTube very happy. But until next time, I'm JohnnyJans, and as always, I'll catch you out there. Meandering around! And it wouldn't be a trip to a theme park to end my night if I didn't find a fountain. And look at this beautiful one right here, just in front of the jungle at Busch Gardens.